Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Shadowrun Returns, or I like to call it Wretch Butcher's German. In the last episode, we were in our safe house and got to know a little bit more of our crew. Still dealing with the death of Monica, however, we did get a new companion, Monica's dog, Dante, who looks awesome and so cute. But we're here in the streets of Berlin. We have to talk to, Altug Boragazi, to find out who this Green Winters gentleman is, or lady, who took Monica on this run that got her killed and got us shot up. So we're just going to explore Berlin. It looks to be a really large area. And there's the Cafe Sezve, and I guess we'll go ahead and head there. Let's talk to some folks first. The dwarvish tech vendor smiles at you with a practiced ease, her almond eyes twinkling with the glare from a dozen trid screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavily accented German, which I will not do. Welcome to the Data Haven. Can I help you with something? Oh, awesome. I'm in the market for something exotic. What kind of tech do you carry? So this is our vendor. Anything and everything. Need a new deck? Some software perhaps? I'm your girl. She taps a painted fingernail against the molded plastic of her data jack. Or maybe you're a rigger like I am. Perhaps I can interest you in a new drone or two. Well, it all sounds whiz to me. Let's see what you got. Ooh, all the things. And some new programs. Groovy. Matrix, for those who dress for inside the Matrix and out, grants +1 intelligence. Now, I'm not exactly sure what we need to be doing. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead. Oh, we can get some ESP programs, some bobs as I like to call them. So, let's go ahead and let's not get any ESPs right now. What do we have? We have a Sony CTY 360, which gives us 3 programs and 1 ESP. So let's go ahead and max out our programs first. We need a heal, and let's see here. Where do we have the? Oh, we have the killer. Powerful attack program directed at one target, doing 75 IP damage. That was really good when Johnny Clean used that during Shadowrun Returns. So that gives us our 3 programs inside the Matrix. And that'll give us 1,050 new yen left. Should we buy a bob? Not sure if we should buy a bob just yet. I don't want to use all my money. I know what we will buy, however. We will get some new armor to increase our intelligence up. So let's go ahead and equip. See what this looks like. Ugh. I liked his original costume better. But it gives us some intelligence, so I guess we'll just, we'll have to just suck it up. Alright. Well, the game loads our new digs. Or not digs, but our new garb, rather. Come on, Dante. And man, there's a lot to explore here. Talus Kramer. Let's go ahead and head into the... Aw, homeless troll. Let's head in here first. And get to the business of finding out where Green Winters is. It's kind of a cool little place. Jan Goldschmidt. We'll talk to this guy last. Hello, my friend. A voice that comes from the man in the chair is as enormous as its owner. A deep booming roar, dripping with unrestrained mirth. A fine day for a soy calf, yes? Yes, it certainly is a From the back of the store, the voice of the shopkeep cuts you off. Don't mind the fool in the chair. He roars like a traumatized walrus, stewing all day in his own sweat. The man behind the bar glares at Goldschmidt, his upper lip curled in disgust. I tolerate him only because he takes his soy calf by the bucket. Goldschmidt responds with a raucous belly laugh. Apparently he finds the shopkeeper's insults to be hilarious. Ah, Altug, mein friend. You're as quick-witted, as sharp-tongued as ever. I bow to you. Are you going to put... Once again, the shopkeep cuts in. To bow to me, you would first have to vacate your chair. The shopkeep claps his hands together, clasping them in front of his chest. I shall summon a team of determined young men and an ox to assist with the task. With luck, you'll be on your feet by nightfall. Goldschmidt smiles up at you, his small eyes glittering. Enough of this senseless bickering. You have approached me for a reason, yes? Tell me, what can Jan Goldschmidt do for you? Why do you put up with those insults? Don't you have any pride? Or actually, something bad is going to happen if he doesn't stop interrupting me. Oh, don't mind our dear Altug. Yes, he's a peevish man, but his ire was not directed at you. Goldschmidt grins up at you from his overstuffed chair. I have the distinction of being the sole target of Altug's rage and derision. It's a badge that I delight in wearing. Well, why did you put up with those insults? Don't you have any pride? I put up with them because they amuse me. The fact that they amuse me infuriates my dear friend Altug, who in turn hurls more insults. I smell a sitcom. Goldschmidt raises his soy calf cup in salute, and thus the cycle continues. It's 2 years now that I've been your customer. Yes, Altug? 2 years of soy calf and strained patience, yes. And I remain happy, and Altug makes money, an ideal business relationship. Well, that all sounds perfectly healthy. Take care, Jan. Goldschmidt gives you a deep nod, his jowls quivering. Until next time, my friend. What a friendly guy. Menu board. The special today is a caramel soy calf. The man behind the counter looks right past you and at the dog following close behind. Dante! I will fetch his water dish, and perhaps a coffee for our friend here? Let's see here. Let's go ahead and break the ice some. Soy calf, black. The Turk looks disgusted. Very well, a soy calf, he tisks to himself. Alright. The man behind the counter has the broad smile and open demeanor of a classic Turkish street vendor. Welcome, honored efendim. Welcome. How can Buragazi serve you today? Would you like a cup of coffee, perhaps? Paul Amsel sends his regards. When he hears Amsel's name, the Turk's voice lowers and the accent becomes less exaggerated. His eyes take on a knowing look. Ah, very good. Please express to Herr Amsel my appreciation for his patronage. If he needs any more catering jobs seen to it in the future, I'm always happy to provide. Let's see. He tells me that you're developing the menu for a friend of his now, Herr Winters, I believe. I want to hear all about it. Yes, of course, O wise one. Kami, come. A young woman bustles in from the back room. Her gum chewing is loud enough to hear over the noise of the coffee grinders. Buragazi spits something out in rapid-fire Turkish. As you wish, uncle. I'll see to it right away. Kami offers you a shy grin, snaps her gum, and hurries back into the room that she came from. She's a cute-looking girl. Or woman, rather. My girl Kami has arranged to make contact with the chef as we speak. This will likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. While we wait, I wonder if you would be so kind as to run a small errand for me. A trifle, really. Oh, hoop jumping. I hate to trouble you. I'm embarrassed to even ask, but I would be most appreciative of your help. Well, I'm not your errand boy there, Altug. I do a job, I get paid. He smiles big, the Turkish vendor again. You are already being compensated, most masterful of mercenaries. Do you not recall? Kami is fetching your information for you. Returning the favor would be the courteous thing to do. Well, of course. What do you need? Altung's voice lowers to nearly a whisper. The errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I've installed a number of data taps to Berlin's fiber optic network as part of my civic duty, you understand. These taps provide free matrix access to all who live in the Cruise Bazaar. In order to maintain their their anonymity, each tap's protocol buffer must be reset every few days. I simply wish for you to visit each data tap and reset it. Simple enough. Yes, it's a simple job. Time-consuming and a bit tedious, perhaps, but simple. Just reset the taps and come back when you are finished. There should be 3 of them scattered around the neighborhood. The first one is just outside. Look for a metal box with yellow arrows painted atop it. By the time of your return, I should have the information Herr Amsel requested. Okay. Flush the data taps for Altug. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and try and find these things. Probably gives us an excuse to visit. Okay, reset data tap. There's the first one. So they're basically junction boxes. Protocol buffer is now reset and gives us an excuse to go ahead and keep exploring Berlin. David, who just disappeared. Oh, there he is. A pair of round eyes peer up at you from under the hood of a grime-smeared winter coat. You recognize him as David, one of the Cruise Bazaar's street kids. If you had to guess, you'd place him in his mid-teens, though it's difficult to tell beneath the grime and acne marring his face. You've seen him following Monica around between runs, chasing her heels like a lost puppy. She always seemed to have a soft spot for the kid. Oh, hoy, Wretch. Have you seen Monica around? I've been looking all over for her. Oh. Well, I'm afraid I have some bad news for you, kid. The kid blinks, a blank expression on his face. She's dead, isn't she? I'm sorry, kid. We all are. I'm not going to lie to him, and I'm not going to tell him what actually happened, but yeah. Look, I think I want to be alone right now. Are we going to have to just keep going around here and breaking the news to the people in the Cruise Bazaar that Monica's dead? Because that's going to be pretty depressing. The Talismonger's shop. Oh, hey! That's the guy from Shadowrun Returns. This that guy who said he was in all places at once. I guess he wasn't kidding. Absinthe. Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but it's a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous and impossibly green. As she looks up at you, you can see that her irises are flecked with iridescent gold. Pretty. Hello, and welcome to Algernon's. That was his name. Perhaps I can help you with something? As she smiles up at you, her eyes fix on yours. A curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you're floating in a warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant. As you drift, the golden specks in her eyes begin to move. Oh, are we being hypnotized? And we can't look away. Let's look deeper in her eyes, then. The golden specks in the elf's eyes shift and swirl, slowly picking up speed. It's mesmerizing. All at once, the specks explode into light and color. Absinthe's eyes now fill your field of vision, and it feels as if you're drowning in an alien sea. Well, she has an appropriate name, then. The patterns traced by the shimmering specks in her eyes are kaleidoscopic, enchanting, and nearly impossible to turn away from. Willpower. Alright, let's lose ourselves. You are lost. Your entire world has been reduced to a churning vortex of green and gold. Dimly, you become aware that something is happening. You feel your body being buffeted by unseen forces, and suddenly, everything goes black. Oh dear. Slowly and painfully, you struggle your way back to consciousness. The shop's owner, Algernon, is peering down at you, an expression of concern on his face. Absinthe stands beside him, her expression one of embarrassment. What did you do? Yep, that's the same guy. Welcome back, friend. Algernon extends a hand to help you to your feet. Absinthe shifts slightly to allow you to stand. What was that? What happened? My fault and my apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional, yes, but there was no harm done, correct? You'll be fine. I don't know if they did anything to me, but... no harm done. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to stand in the corner for a while. Can talk to Absinthe. Absinthe keeps her eyes hidden from view. Please excuse me, I have work to do. You should start wearing some sunglasses. Let's talk to Algernon here. Greetings, young human. The elf's voice is smooth as silk and rich as clotted cream. Something about him instantly puts you at ease. I am Algernon Halfdream, the owner of this establishment. In my shop, you will find only the finest in magical paraphernalia. Now tell me, how may I serve you? Well, I'm really not needing magic stuff. I have a question for you, if you don't mind. You're in luck. I have a great many answers. That is a lie. He didn't answer any of our questions during returns. What kind of magic do you practice? Shamanic? Hermetic? Personally, the true kind, but I sell goods tailored to all traditions. In my shop, we do not discriminate. What's your story? Have you been in the Cruise Bazaar long? I have many stories. Stories of dancing spirits and raging dragons, of unchecked magic and swarming chaos. All of these stories are true. As for the Cruise Bazaar, I have always been here, quietly peddling my wares. It's a simple life, but a good one. Yeah, I guess he is in everywhere at once. I bet he's a dragon or something like that. What's the deal with your assistant? There's something funny about her eyes. Absinthe is a friend, nothing more. She helps out around the shop when the fancy strikes her. She is nobody's assistant, and I am no one's master. But her eyes. He pauses for a moment, considering. I believe they suit her personality. Now, is there anything else that you need to know? No, on second thought, I've got to go. Yep, same Algernon. I got no answers out of that whatsoever. He sells cryptic at a bargain. Well, let's keep exploring Berlin here. The music is awesome. It's a snow, very appropriate for the mood, considering the fact that Monica is no longer with us. Okay, there's a U-Bahn platform. Dancer's bag. Tip the dancer? Oh yes, let's tip the dancer. Give her $1 New Yen. Because we're part of this community, you know? We need to contribute to it, I'm thinking. Trying to make sure we haven't missed anything. We probably have. But... oh, that is a big troll. Lane. Before you stands a troll, though it's a stretch to say he is standing at all. His great mass is barely held upright by 2 vintage prosthetic limbs, along with a crutch under one arm. His body clicks and hums with every shift of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you? I should hope so. One of Monica's runners, then, is it? Few others wield an ego that big. I'm Wretch, by the way. Good to meet you, Wretch. Name's Aleski Lane. Well, what do you do here, Mr. Lane? Ache and groan, mostly, and try not to be a bother. Oh, we are breaking the news to everyone. There's something you should know about Monica. Something happened to her on the run? How'd you know? It was written all over your face. I had a feeling, besides. Monica almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue, and now here you are in her place, so she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Which is it? We lost her. The grizzled troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh. Now that is a shame. She was a hell of a runner, that one. And a good friend. Well, I'll leave you be then. I'm sorry. What about these guys? Donations for the soup kitchen have slowed, Samuel. I'm not surprised. Altruism often comes with an expiration date. Well, we'll talk to this guy here. Okay, another U-Bahn platform. I think that'll take us out of the area, and I don't want to do that just yet. Let's talk to Samuel Breckensauer. At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression, but there's kindness in his eyes. That is a dapper-looking orc right there. Ah, hello, human. As you can see, I'm in the middle of a conversation with my assistant. The volunteer worker holds her silence, but her expression is full of naked hostility. Samuel gives her a sidelong glance, and she seems to get the message. The fire in her eyes dies down to a low simmer. But we do not want to be impolite. Is there something that I can do for you? Well, I couldn't help overhearing your conversation. I take it that you run a charity of some sort? He nods. Yes, it isn't much, but we do what we can. Well, such as? Give me specifics. He clears his throat, then begins to count off on his fingers. In the past several years, I have established a shelter where the dispossessed can sleep, a soup kitchen to feed the hungry, and a library for the people of the Cruise Bazaar to better themselves. It isn't much, I admit, but it's a start. A good start, Samuel. You mustn't be so hard on yourself. There are limits to what one man, even a determined man, can accomplish. That's the volunteer worker. This is true. He nods to the orc at his side. Thankfully, some of the residents that I've helped over the years have come back around to help me. I've gotten 15 assorted orcs and trolls from all around the Cruise Bazaar working with me now. They help me man the soup line, stock the library shelves, and to do all the hundreds of other little things that a community organization needs done every day. These extraordinary individuals are living proof that what we do here has value. They are my inspiration to continue forward. She beams at the compliment. From her body language, it's clear she idolizes Breckenbauer. Now, do you have any more questions? If not, I will bid you good day. I don't wish to sound self-important or rude, but there are many pressing matters that demand my time. 15 assorted orcs and trolls? Does that mean that other races aren't welcome within your organization? That's taking a rather narrow view of what we do. Yes, it is true that my assistants are all members of the goblinoid races. It's also true that before they accepted my help, they were thieves, gangers, and deadbeats. This is not because they were bad people. This is because those of us with goblinoid traits are feared, mistreated, and denied gainful employment by a society that hates us. I hire only goblinoids because mainstream human society has created a need for me to hire only goblinoids. The orcs and trolls of the Cruise Bazaar deserve a workplace where they will be treated with dignity and respect. That one guy at the Seamstresses Union in Shadowrun Returns, the big troll bouncer, he'd probably love this guy. All that being said, our services are available to all. It won't turn a desperate person away, regardless of that person's metatype. Even humans, the most privileged of all races, are welcome at our door. Isn't that what's most important? Ugh. Your use of exclusionary language is telling. Even humans are allowed? Please, my friend, he shakes his head. Don't make this into something it isn't. Well, worker, who the hell are you to question Samuel? What have you done for the Cruz Bazaar? No, there are more important things to do than argue about this. He nods at you. I'm sure that his heart is in the right place. I'm sorry to be paranoid about those kind of things, but it's just, remember the Universal Brotherhood and all the help that they gave. Now please, friend, there are many tasks that demand my attention. Is there something more than that you need, or shall I bid you farewell? Let's see if we can talk. Oh, are you accepting donations? Yes, of course. We're actually desperate for them, truth be told. People seem more intent on taking care of themselves than they are in providing for the less fortunate. Of course, these concepts are not unrelated. As poverty rates increase, so does the crime rate. Assisting the needy increases the quality of life for all. In any event, our shelter has some basic needs that desperately need to be filled. The walls of the shelter are not insulated, and new blankets would go a long way toward keeping our guests healthy and comfortable. Ideally, we'd like to purchase some space heaters as well. With 250 new yen, we could make the purchase. Whatever you could spare would be most appreciative. 10, 50, 100, and 250. You know what? Let's get some good karma. Here, just take what you need. I've got you covered. Samuel's eyes widen. This is incredibly generous. Thank you, my friend. Not a big deal, Sam. Do good with it. With this donation, we've reached our first goal. Thank you so much for your kind assistance. I'll put your contribution to work stocking the shelter with blankets and heaters. Not a problem. Please, do not downplay your contribution. You have shown kindness at a time when few others will. That means something. It means a great deal. Now let's talk about something else and call it a day with him. I like defying convention. Let's see what else we've got here. We're still looking for data taps. Some people up here. Let's head this way. And Gunari Metbach. The Romani Patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, and his breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. I'm not even going to pronounce that. I assume he's saying hello. You're here to conduct some business? If so, I welcome you to Metbach Arms and Ammunition. If not, keep right on walking. Well, I'm here to buy. Care to tell me about your inventory? We have weapons from all across Europe. Ares, Seska, Fischetti, you name it. It can be found on the continent, or if it can be found on the continent, it can be acquired by Metbach Arms. Impressive setup. Let's do some business. Ah, we can get some new guns now. So we have 494 new yen left. We'll probably have limited ourselves a bit because we bought the... Oh, we can't even buy a new pistol, can we? Or a new rifle. What do we got here? Yeah, we can't. We kind of screwed ourselves over with the karma, didn't we? That's okay though. I'm okay with that. Let's do... Those are SMGs and shotguns. Those are not what we need. What do we have? And what could we sell it for? The AK is... Let's see if we can sell equipment for 250. Oh, that's tragic. 250, that puts us a few credits over. Wait a minute, we can sell a grenade, can't we? We don't use frag grenades. Let's go ahead and sell that. That gives us 531. How much is the upgrade to the AK? Or the Semopal VZ-88V. Basic assault rifle that is surprisingly good. Range long. Huh. So we have 531 right now, and what would our 531 and 250, that gives us 781 Is there anything else that we can sell? Trauma kit. Don't want to sell a trauma kit or a med kit. That is no bueno. I really would like to not spend another amount of money. You know what? We're just going to keep the AK for right now. Heck with it. I think we'll be fine. But that is what it is. That's what we get for being charitable. But we helped out some people, and that's what's important. Let's go ahead and exit out of here. He's probably not happy we bought anything, but it is what it is. Guess we'll head this way. Got some homeless folks. You looking for some magic, my friend? If you got the cash, old Zach got the flash. Do you now? Well, let's talk to Zach. I thought we already had a magic store. This elf has clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated as though it's been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arms and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Oh, that kind of magic. Despite all of this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling, bugged-out eyes on yours and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, my friend. You here for some magic? Because Zach Flash, he gestures at himself with a dramatic flourish, is your magic man. I might be interested. Zach cocks his head and offers you a lopsided grin. Well then, I might be able to help you. He begins to twist a strand of his long stringy hair around one of his spidery fingers. His smile remains fixed, a pearly crescent set into a face caked with grime. Well, don't leave me in suspense. What have you got? Oh, a little bit of everything. I got your Zen and your Hyper, your Nitro and your Nova Coke. Yep, he's a drug dealer. If you want it, I got it. Zach leans towards you and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I've even got a special concoction of my own design, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. So, you want to conduct a little business? Well, let's see what we have here. Kamikaze and Nitro. Just add strength and willpower and 2 body plus 1 strength. Flash. A Zach special adds plus 2 movement and plus 2 AP for 1 round. Yeah, that doesn't... I'm not particularly interested, Zach. Thank you, though. Well, where are the rest of these data taps? Oh, is that it? Yes. That's 1. The data taps protocol buffer is now reset. Cool. I'll tell you what, guys. I'll go ahead and end the episode here, and then we'll finish exploring the Cruise Bazaar and collect the collect the last of the data taps checked. But if you liked the video, go ahead and click like down below, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.